Welcome back to 843 TV. I'm here with Gary Trimm. He is the managing partner of Station 300. So, what's been the community's reaction to Station 300, new family entertainment center?
It's been absolutely excellent. We opened in January of this year, and to huge crowds, and they've continued to be pretty solid throughout the year. We've had 300,000 games of bowling since we opened up.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. A lot of
400,000 arcade game plays. We need more. I'm not saying that's all, but it's been great. I think people are really amazed to see the type of architecture and the type of accoutrements that are in that facility, because it's not, there's a stigma of being your father's bowling alley, and it's not.
It's definitely not.
It is
It's
not.
a great
Definitely
center.
not.
It is an impressive.
Now, you've
Thank
changed
you.
a little bit since you opened in January. There's been a couple of changes. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, you never know exactly what the restaurant should be like when you open up one of these facilities, and we had sort of tailored it toward lower end type things that you would typically find in a bowling center. We found the demand for higher end food, and so we completely redid the restaurant in June or July of this year and renamed it Zeppelin's. Had a complete new opening, new menus, new food items, and it's been a great success so far.
So it's a like real restaurant.
It's a real restaurant.
With no stigma from bar food or limited menus and all that stuff.
That's the biggest challenge we have, is people think, well, it can't be good food if it's in a bowling alley.
Right.
Well, first, it's not a bowling alley.
It's definitely not
It's
a bowling alley.
a family entertainment center, and we worked really hard to get the food excellent levels, and I think we've achieved that, and so far the feedback from customers is that we have.
I know every time we go bowling, that's where we eat for dinner. Because I'm not going to go eat dinner and then go. So it's just easier to eat there. So it's really convenient.
Well, food's not the only thing you offer at Zeppelin's. Y'all have some entertainment that you run through there too.
We do. We generally, every Friday and Saturday night, we have a band, and we kind of mix them up throughout the week. So our recent addition was a salsa band, Chamanga, and they were a great success. So we're going to continue that. And on Monday nights, we have hospitality industry night for the people who work in the hospitality industries. We have a band tailored to that market. And then on you're from Tuesday nights, thank you, one of our customers here, we have two for one entrees, followed by a Target band, which is a great
Local band.
They're
band.
good, yeah.
And so we're trying to sort of match the time of the week with our market segment and the band to the market segment.
Now, what are y'all's hours?
Long. We're open at 9 o'clock every morning. And we close generally at midnight, except for Friday and Saturday night. We're open till 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. if people are still there.
It's a long day.
It's a long day. That's why we have 53 people running the facility.
Do you have any special events planned for the holidays?
We are trying to create something very unique for the holidays. We want to be the sort of the center of the holiday enjoyment in Bluffton. So we're going in overboard and decorating. We're going to try to make it look like a winter wonderland. We've hired the folks at Pyramids on the island to do some of the decoration for us, who are very adept at this. And we're going to have events and promotions throughout the holidays that bring people in, and we're going to have Santa there in a little area of Santa's area on most of the Saturdays, starting with the Thanksgiving weekend. And it's free. You can come bring your own digital camera and take pictures of Santa with your kids, or we will have a camera there if you don't want to do that. So yes, holidays are going to be our time.
Awesome.
Good. So what types of community involvement have you all been involved with in the last year?
We've done a lot of fundraising events. Local track club had a great fundraising event. As I mentioned, I think I mentioned earlier, we've done breast cancer awareness donations as we get people to come in right now. We're doing that. We sponsored the Wounded Warrior part of Bluffton Block Party, and we raised money for that. We had a lot of kids programs. During the summer, we did Kids Bowl free every single day. We had thousands of kids come through and take advantage of that. They had to rent their shoes, but they did that. And most recently, we did a project called 8 for 8, and kids 8 years and older to form a youth league. They came for practice and instruction by John Holden, our general manager, for several Saturdays in a row, and at the end of that, they got their own bowling ball.
Oh, fun.
So they're starting a youth
That's
league.
awesome.
They're starting a youth league starting in January.
Well, my girls were just there yesterday. They go to the Boys and Girls Club for after school and for camp. So they Sometimes they don't really care about their field trips, but when it comes to bowling, they will not miss that.
Good. We're glad to hear
They
that.
have to go to Station 300.
It's good stuff. Now, one of the things I remember you guys were opening up, you came to the Technical College of the Lowcountry and did your employment recruiting and training. Really fun and interesting ways to sort of pick out
that's
people
different.
whose personalities were just
We
perfect.
did group interviews.
Yeah.
So if you were going to want a job, you had to react with the other group around you. And I tell you, it was an amazing experience. I've been in large businesses most of my life to see how you have to pick the right personality for customer service positions.
Right.
And the way to do that is to watch them interact with the other people. And it worked out great. We got a great staff, and I think customer service has been a real positive thing for us.
Well, they do a great job. Everyone's over there. They're wonderful over there.
Glad to hear that.
Fun place.
If they're not, let me know.
So here we are in a challenging economic time. You guys come in with new jobs. How many employees do you have there, and do you plan to add more?
We have 53.
Okay.
We will the holidays will be our busiest season, so we'll probably have some part-time people working additional to that during that time, but that's a pretty good sized staff. I think about 30 of those are probably full-time positions. We're doing huge numbers of events, parties. We've had over 500 birthday parties since we opened, and about 20 or 30 large corporate parties, so we just hired an additional event planner to accommodate that. So we'll focus on events, promotions, it's tough economic times, and we know people don't have a lot of discretionary funds to spend, so we're trying to be very
Speaking
proactive.
of parties, you have that little VIP section down on one end of the bowling alley, 6 alleys, I think, that can be closed off. How has that worked out?
It's worked out really well. We've had a lot of corporate parties there, and we've also had a lot of people come in and say, I just like to bowl down there because it looks really cool and comfortable. And
right,
that way
very
nobody
good.
can see me.
Well, Gary Trimm with Station 300, we thank you, and we thank you for joining us, and join us next time on 843 TV,
Where communities come to speak.